Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jessie.
And welcome to our show.
Nameless.
And this is episode 11. You need something high to put...
I'm high.
So yeah, once there was this time.
Once there was this time.
There was a time.
It's like once upon a time, but like...
But it was a time.
Way more hardcore.
It was a time. And today's episode 11 for us.
And yeah, we're excited. We're trying to mix it up a bit. Have it a little bit fresh and different every time.
Where we're at right now, the feel is a good 70s vibe, especially in this part of our studio.
We just went for it.
Yeah, so we're very excited to be here. We've got so much going on. We have a lot of plans. So Jessie,
we do. We always talk about having a lot of plans.
We have plans. Plans on plans on plans. We say this often, and it's definitely a thing. You always have to have a plan.
We completed a plan because we are here in our studio, which is thank you, miss. So we completed one plan, and now we're on to the next one. That does include bigger, more ideas, and it's going to include people if you guys want to be included. It's going to be really fun and badass and amazing. There have been events. We've met people. You guys are all badass. Hello. Nice to have met you. You're the shit. One of the things that we need to do is to get our studio cleaned up perfectly. We need the funds to do it.
Right.
In the meantime, we are working on stickers, and we're going to have travel mugs.
Travel mugs, yes.
Travel mugs. I always say to-go cups.
To-go cups, but they're going to be travel mugs because to-go cups, you get rid of it.
Those
you
are
never
paper.
bring it back, I don't think. It's like always to-go.
Yeah, it's to-go.
The travel mug, you just travel with it all the time, and you just bring it with you everywhere you go.
Words are hard.
In the meantime, Jessie has decided to offer her services.
So, before we have the stickers and everything available, I have a skill that many of you might be familiar with where I can whip together memes very quickly. And I'm going to put an offer out there where if you guys would like a customized meme, you can send me your photos, send me what you want it to be, and within a certain time frame, I can have it ready, done, and sent back to you.
We both like to do memes a lot. I've gotten some messages like, oh my gosh, I wish I had a funny meme to go with something. And some people just don't have the time or know how. Or
Hey, can you put Jake's face on this astronaut?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I will offer that if anybody wants to take advantage of it. It'll help us out. It'll be funny and hilarious. If you want to see some examples of said memes, you can go on the FGWD bunker page, or you can go on Medusa's Marketplace with Brian Yuki's face, because I've borrowed his face a whole lot of times, and those are fucking funny.
Yeah. Oh, those are hilarious, yes.
So I'm offering memes, and I have lots of examples, and the examples are of friends' faces. These are our internet friends from our bunker page,
and all the other groups that we've been getting to know everybody in too. I want to definitely give a shout out to somebody. From the moment I met her, we started just hanging out. This person has already been recognized on the Feeling Good with Duddy bunker page because I posted this. This goes to Amy Beckstrom because Amy has gone above and beyond, not only for me, but also something for you too.
Do you guys remember a few episodes back when I was like, oh my god, these people are so nice and I'm crying and it's beautiful? Because Amy was one of the people who helped get me the Heady Spring print, and that is my favorite thing, and it is hanging in my living room, and I stare at it every single day, and her name is attached to that happiness that I get to stare at every single day. And now she did for Melissa too, and I'm like, what the fuck, you guys? Let me be in your niceness club.
Right. And so
we took a break before we filmed this episode after episode 10 because Melissa went on another vacation to the river. And while she was there, she got a visit from Amy, who I've already been crying her name, like, hello.
Yeah.
You're my best friend, all of you guys.
Right, yeah.
And now Melissa is like, oh, we travel states together. And I'm like, you guys are all the
whatever. Anyway, so Amy hit me up. she knew that I was going to go to the river, and she lives close to where I go. And so she's like, hey, I got a pretty busy schedule, but I have something for you. And I'm thinking, well, she kind of lives kind of far from there. I mean, for me, it's, it's a good drive. So she comes out and she gives me this bag, and the bag says, you'll love this. And it's super cute because I'll cut it out and put it in a frame. Anyway, so I open it, and it's this fucking Dirty Heads backpack, and I was shaking, and I started crying like a big baby. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, this is the nicest thing anybody's ever done. It really was, because I forgot how much I loved this backpack. Because she came and stayed at my house when we did the Feeling Good with Duddy beach party, and this is the backpack that she had when she came, and I was like, dude, that is so awesome. I'm so stoked on it. We're gonna be traveling to Red Rocks and
to see Dirty Heads.
Yeah, and
it's a Dirty Heads backpack.
It's a Dirty Heads backpack, and we're gonna go see Dirty Heads
with the Bunker family. So
it's so awesome. I believe it's their first show back. I mean, I want to say, and if I'm wrong, it's our first show back. So we're excited to meet all of you guys. Putting us all in one place is going to be awesome. And it's for sure you guys are all going to show up. So
one thing that I'm excited about is all of these people who we're going to meet all love the Dirty Heads the same as we do. And I've been to a concert before where they were like, you can't wear the band.
The bands,
when you go. And I was like, yes, I can.
Yeah.
If I want to.
You do whatever you want. Really.
If I want to dress like this and hold a fake cigarette for an hour, I fucking will.
Yeah.
And so
I will. I mean, she is.
It's fun to know that we're going to meet a bunch of people who have the exact same mentality of all the things that we love.
I think it's crazy. We're gonna not only have Dirty Heads to talk about, we're gonna have everything that we talk about makes sense to the people that we're gonna be around. It's kind of weird, going into a group of people who have nothing to do or know anything about Dirty Heads or the Feeling Good with Duddy Bunker page or even Dirty Sisters or anything. It's very hard to explain it. You just have to watch them all.
Start at the beginning.
Yeah, I can't explain it.
I don't even try.
If you know, you know, right?
Yeah. I jumped onto their plans. I was like, oh, I'll see you bitches there. I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool as shit. I'm in.
We were secretively, subliminally messaging her.
It worked.
Doing that,
we
were doing the hippie manifesting shit,
I like hippie shit.
Everybody at the same time think this, and then Jessie's gonna be like, I'm coming.
It has to spell on me.
Yes.
I don't want to be very excited and happy. Okay, so she mentioned not knowing the history on the backpack. It's a Dirty Heads backpack. If you want to know the history on it, you can find the history on it if you go onto the Facebook page, Medusa's Marketplace.
Yes.
Because that's where you can get any kind. Oh, that's why I brought up the concepts where you can't wear the thing. Because I want to wear all the stuff, and if you don't have any stuff, go on that Facebook page, and then you can.
Because we have it written down. We actually have have shit written on the sides. They've seen TV before, right?
So go on that Facebook page, and you can buy shirts and shit if you want to, or all the cool stuff.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of cool stuff.
A lot of the girls who, if they don't think they should wear Dirty Head stuff and they're on the Dirty Sisters page, they have purchased Dirty Sisters stuff. So we'll actually be able to see, know who some of the girls are, because they're going to be having Dirty Sisters shirts on. So at least we'll be like, Feeling Good with Duddy. I think that's kind of
we'll see all you pork snorkels out there.
I need to go buy pork snorkel. But I'm hoping that, because the first is going to be here really soon, I'm hoping that they're going to drop some new merch and that maybe we'll get some bunker bitches stuff. That would be awesome.
Hint, hint. To people who don't listen.
Yeah, and that would be really great. Or else I'm going to have to start making it myself.
And we are making things.
Yeah. If there's something that you're like, no, dude, you should get a hat or you should get this, let us know. And we'll see,
We'll consider it.
I was going to say we'll see what we can work out, but consider it is a really good way of putting it also.
Consider it.
Yeah.
I'm less willing to say yes than Melissa.
You should ask me. Yes, we could do that.
Of course. And I'm like, maybe. Fucking maybe.
Yeah, she's like that.
I'll see if I want to.
Maybe if you're lucky.
Huh.
Thank you. quick. So Jessie and I have decided that we're going to do our show from Red Rocks. We're going to both shows that the Dirty Heads and Sublime with Rome are doing. We can, get some of our most amazing friends on there that are going to be extremely hard on a regular basis to get on our show.
Yeah.
So if you're going to Red Rocks, hit us up. We can meet up and get you, on it a little bit.
We're excited to be able to include people that we know through the bunker and feeling good with that.
I've never been out there. I've never been out that way ever.
I've been to Montana a buttload of times. About Red Rocks, it feels kind of like, because there's so many bunker people who are saying, hey, we will be there, we're gonna go. It feels like I'm having my own weird little family reunion.
Right?
Oh, it's my people.
I'm really
You guys
excited.
get my jokes.
I don't even know what we're gonna do, man. We're all gonna be in one place. We're gonna laugh so hard. We're gonna our stomachs are gonna hurt so bad from laughing so hard.
Workout, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So.
Red Rocks was a big deal, and I kind of last minute was like, I decided, it's not last minute because it hasn't happened yet, but it feels last minute in the sense of planning for something like that. Yes, it's the 70s.
Is this the time where I go?
Yes. Do you remember when Jack in the Box had a smoking section?
Yeah.
That's a weird fucking, you weren't all in the same building. It just meant somebody else.
Or even at Denny's or something.
Blow it on you.
Yeah, or at Denny's or something. You walk in and it's the level of smoke is everywhere, but you're okay because they're smoking over there.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the same as COVID, right?
Oh,
they were talking about having restaurants for being
vaccinated,
non-vaccinated, and vaccinated. I'm gonna be over on that other side coughing so fucking much, dude. I don't know how anything's working. When we were in Arizona, we didn't have to wear masks over the weekend at all. So everybody's just living life everywhere else except for California.
And I'm out here going, wow, you guys are all weird.
Yeah, it's really us that are weird.
Sorry.
California has us over here wearing masks still. June something, June 7th or
June 7th for masks.
Yeah, that you won't have to wear them anymore.
What does the date have to do with it?
I mean, it's gonna be gone. No, I guess they're anticipating.
Is there more COVID on June 6th?
It's the science behind it.
Oh, science!
It's the science behind it. It's the amount of vaccinations that they anticipate to be given out by that date would then be a proper number of vaccinations to therefore overpopulate the amount of people that do not get the vaccination. I mean, if it sounded good, I have no idea what I just said, but please believe me.
By that
tell all your friends.
And tell all your friends. June 7th, if you don't have to cover your face. I appreciated my mask the whole time because my face was leaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, nobody can tell because I have a mask on.
Well, okay, before we started to do all of this and everything, I got some dental work done, and I was very happy to have my mask also. I just wear my mask and I don't care. But
I had times where I appreciated the mask, where I was like, I don't give a fuck, I'll wear it. I'm having a bad day.
And then in the beginning, with all the hand sanitizer, my hands were so dry all the time, super dry.
They just got used to it.
Right?
I don't wash my hands anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's how I didn't get it because I just stopped washing my hands.
Yeah, you don't have to wash your hands anymore either.
Yeah,
even when you go to the bathroom.
You don't have to clean your house anymore either, so you guys can leave all the cleaning stuff for those of us that are not vaccinated yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
science.
It's the science.
It's the science says that it's accurate.
Yeah. You have to make sure those who don't have the vaccination have enough cleaning supplies.
And toilet paper.
And toilet paper. Now we're looking back. I understand, but now we're looking back and we're like, whoa, we really fell into that shit, didn't we? I had to go buy a lot of toilet paper too, just because I didn't know.
Why?
I'm like, honey, buy toilet paper. I don't know why, but I did. I fell into it. I bought the toilet paper. I mean, I didn't go to every store buying the toilet paper. paper, but I did fall into just buy one box. We didn't have really any issues with toilet paper the whole time.
We were fine with toilet paper too. There was a while where we couldn't get eggs. But we could always wipe our asses.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing.
So that's when the people with chickens and the people with toilet paper came in handy, because it was like, hey, I have a roll of toilet paper if you've got a dozen eggs. And they were like, yes. And like I saw a lot of switching off like that. It was real.
I would
cleaning
so
stuff.
Good on
cleaning
the
stuff.
system.
Like I have 2 bags of flour. Can I get a Clorox bleach?
People got weird for a minute. We couldn't get Windex.
Right.
I'm like, that's not even helpful.
People wanted to look out their windows.
They were like, oh, fucking dirty.
We can look out our windows now since we are not allowed outside.
Yeah. The last time we were in school, my daughter was in 1st grade. She's going to go back to campus in 3rd grade, and that is blowing my mind, and I'm fucking going crazy, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But fuck, now we have a studio.
Yeah. It's awesome having this studio. It's actually really nice to come and just get away and just let loose and
have a good time.
That's what I was going to talk about. I just came back from a river weekend, and my river weekends now are completely different than my river weekends used to be. Whenever we would go to the river before, I would always anticipate the river, and the river was a place that I would go and let loose and be crazy and just not care. The way you feel when you drink, that release, and you finally let go. This was really my first big river trip back, because it was Memorial Day weekend. So it's very hard for me now when I'm in the party and I'm not partying. Like, I kind of feel like I'm the fun spoiler now, because I'm always constantly like the voice of reason, like, oh, we shouldn't do that, because, and I used to never be that way. I used to always be like, I was the one who like got everybody to get crazy, and so I felt like I'm no longer that person, and it was very difficult for me, because I'm like, man, I really want this feeling. So when we were sitting here today and we were getting ready and we were laughing and we were having a good time, taking crazy pictures and just talking stupid shit, I felt that feeling that I used to get when I was drinking.
The let loose, enjoy yourself.
Yes. The I don't give a shit what I'm doing or saying or how ridiculous I look right now. I'm having fun, and this is great, and I love it. Yeah. And that's the feeling I used to get when I would go out and party and have a good time. And I'm not putting anybody down for it. I'm just saying, like, I no longer do that, so I had to find something else that gave me that feeling, because if you don't have something else that gives you that feeling, you're gonna go crazy inside, or at least I am, because sometimes you need that let loose feeling, and that's what my mind is always searching for. So it's been difficult for me now that I don't drink, because I have to redirect it and figure out other ways that give me those feelings. And I've realized that this is one of those things that gives me that feeling of letting loose. That, I'm happy. It's a good feeling for me. So that's where I wanted to go with that when I was like venting. And you're venting,
I have some venting to do as well.
Yes.
Melissa's venting was part of her venting is actually giving opportunity to people, because in our future for Nameless, we want to be able to welcome people in to join us to do this, to give other people the opportunity to come have a fucking good ass time.
Right. So Jessie and I are getting to know each other.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Melissa.
I'm Jessie. Oh, I never introduced myself. It's very real, because you all should know I will not introduce myself to you. I'm going to tell you guys. Oh, by the way, I'm Jessie.
But like what I was going to say is that you and I really just met like the end of last year. Yeah. And we're getting to know each other. We're getting to know what we're capable of. We, in the beginning, had no idea what we're doing. Yeah. We kind of have an idea now.
There's a lot of ideas, and there's a lot of ways that everybody who watches can help, because a lot of it including you guys. Does that make sense? We want to be able to invite people and hang out and take fun pictures with us. But that is not what I was going to vent about.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so before I get all mad, first I have to be nice.
Right.
Because I'm fucking weird like that.
But I keep explaining to her that we are like telling everybody our life. Like we're actually telling you guys things about us. So
I am always a brat about that. And I'm like, stupid. No, fuck those people. But that's me.
But then I say, no, don't fuck those people. They like us.
Okay, so through the whole thing, like, we've thanked you guys for your support. And I mean, look at this is fucking cool, right? We're in a studio. We have multiple places to set up. And this is amazing. Part of getting here, like, I didn't feel good for a long time, but before I get all bitchy, I'm gonna say something nice, and I want to thank my ex David because he has helped us very, very much.
Yeah.
And like he delivered the table, and he brought us coffee, and
well,
and
even when we were, you know, at your garage and stuff, he was always like there to make sure that, you know, we needed anything. Yeah, watching your kid.
Kyle, and like. When I couldn't lift things or stand up, there were a few episodes where I'm like, you're gonna have to decorate this shit for me, please. Yeah. So moving into the studio, a little bit is kind of a relief for him because I got all this weird shit out of our house, right? And he's like, thank God.
You guys seriously do not understand. Everything that we have in our episodes, minus maybe a couple little things, we own these things. They are ours. We bring them from our houses. Our homes are now being decluttered.
This is the clutter. This is my favorite table.
Yeah, I love this table. It's super cool.
It is. And so the table is what reminded me because the last time we were here, he brought it. Like, I was like, hey, I really want that table. I was like, fine. And he actually, like, fucking took
the train all the way here with the table.
Yeah, took it in the car from the truck to the train. I mean, I'm sure he enjoyed the juice.
The juice is always delicious, though, so who wouldn't?
He brought it to us, and now it's fucking nice and cool. So thank you. Another thing that I want to talk about is not so happy. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad.
I'll sit back for this one.
Hold on.
Smoke your cigarette. No.
I felt like it would give a vibe if I did that. It did, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know this about me because it's personal.
Be mad.
But I can do hands-free armpit farts. But if you Google it, nobody else can do hands-free armpit farts.
Yeah.
And I've had many people tell me you should profit off of that. And so I was like, fine, I'll fucking try. And now, let me tell you guys what's happened. People do Google that. And I'm the only name that comes up on YouTube or any Google searches because it's fucking funny as shit. I get harassed at least once a week for people wanting to buy armpit fart videos. I want to say, they are funny. They are hilarious. They are not your porn.
Yeah, people really want armpit farts, I guess.
Leave
and we were talking about this because I was like, no. Like, she did armpit farts for the Feeling Good with Duddy page for their 100th episode. She did 100 armpit farts, and I had to admit to her today that I did not watch all 100.
What a terrible friend.
But then I told her the reason is because I trusted her so much that I didn't need to sit there and watch all 100 and count them because I trust her so much. So I call it a really good friendship.
And then she felt
and then I
safe enough to admit it.
And then I felt safe enough to admit it.
So that's kind of
right.
Obviously.
So,
but there are people on the internet who want to watch 100 armpit farts 100 times.
But see, I was like, okay, now I have to go back and watch it and see if it turns me on. No. Because it doesn't. No. Because I'll tell you what, just the freaking sound of the first one.
They're so good.
But we had this conversation, and then we realized that the reason she could do it is because her armpits go in way farther.
I am very double jointed. So I'm very double jointed.
Yeah.
They've been so far. And so I was thinking about it and I'm like, can your armpits do this, Melissa? And I put my arms and she says, no.
No.
Now I feel weird.
Oh, like if you could put this in there. Here, can you hide my little shot glass, please?
That's big. I could.
Oh my god. No,
So,
that is fucking hilarious.
It's hot in here.
It's very hot.
Okay. So I go to pop my armpits out. And I thought everybody could do that. And I guess they cannot.
That's why I said if she's walking into a concert and you needed her to hold your pipe for you, she could just freaking pop it right in there and just be like, hey.
Stay. And like, so I have deep pits.
So that's why she's able to do it like that. Every time I'm cleaning or something now, like if I accidentally do, I'm like, I did it. And I'm like, I'll try to like clean the same way or something. It just doesn't work. Sometimes I do it random. So it's not like that.
Okay, so my whole point though is leave me the fuck alone, you weirdos. Because you're ruining my fun. I want to laugh about it until I can't breathe, and I don't want to hear about your armpit fart boners.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So we are now. This is a public service announcement that armpit farts are not for your sexual pleasure. They are to be funny and therefore laugh.
Armpit farts are funny.
Yes.
And I don't appreciate it not being funny, and I don't want you guys to tell me about it. Ever. I mean, I don't care if people want to enjoy them. Fine, sure. But don't bother me about it. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the point is. The point is, don't message me asking me to touch my armpits for you. Because I'm not going to. Because I hate you and your boners. Okay?
And now back to happy things. I just wanted to all your help throughout all of these shows that we've done.
Excellent segue. You'll love it. You're welcome. I just, there is money to be made in armpits, and I don't know if I want armpit money. So we are traveling to Red Rocks, right? And when you travel from the West Coast to the East Coast, you go back in time.
You definitely do, because you've already experienced that time.
Yeah. And that's weird to me. It's weird how we break our life down into time fragments and numbers. And I want to talk about numbers.
Okay.
Numbers rule the universe.
Right.
I think that numbers is an extra sense. I think numbers should be considered an extra sense. And that doesn't make any sense.
She's going to explain it to you, though, to where it makes sense. So if you smoke, you should smoke now. If you don't, just, open your mind and listen.
I definitely think that numbers rule the universe. Okay, how many days are in a week?
Right, 7.
Why do we break it down into 7?
I don't know, why?
Why do we give a fuck about how many days at all?
Right.
Why do we care? Okay, when you want to buy something, you go by price. That's a number.
That's a number.
How old are you?
You're a number.
What's your birthday?
It's a number.
How does the government categorize you?
By a number. Your driver's license number. Your social security number.
When somebody wants to hit on you, what do they ask you for?
Your number. I don't know if they do it like that anymore. But they used to back in the 70s.
It's your Snapchat.
Right.
In the 70s, they'd be like, I'm going to be at this club again.
Yeah.
Doing cocaine in the bathroom.
Yeah, so maybe in the bathroom.
Don't do cocaine. Or
Yeah. Oh, that's
especially
bad.
in bathrooms.
There are people have notes in their bathroom that say, "Do not do cocaine, please, in my bathroom." It's because of the 70s.
Do you know one thing I actually do like? Because cocaine's gross. Stop. The little spoons.
Oh, the little
I really
spoons.
like the little spoons.
Do people use little spoons?
Well, I see them on the internet a lot, and I'm like, I want to buy them, but I feel like I'll be judged.
Girl, I just like the little spoons.
Can I use it for ketchup?
With your one French fry.
One, a number. So you can have a mental image.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so back to my rant about numbers. So there's something called the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence, and those basically say that the universe can be broken down into numbers. The Fibonacci sequence is a mathematical equation that presents a spiral. I might be mixing them up, but I'm pretty sure the Fibonacci sequence is 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 the number before it is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. And then
then you would go on 13.
Yeah, and you add the two numbers and so on and so on. That equation, if you draw it out, and like you get a snail spiral or the center of a sunflower or a dandelion or all of these different things that appear in nature. And so it's all these little things where the spiral appears and appears and appears, and it's so repetitive that we acknowledge it as a math equation. We can break down the spiral of it with numbers.
Yes.
And so we acknowledge what we see, and we acknowledge the measurements of the reality we experience of the light bouncing off of objects and back into our eyes can be broken down into math. Computers run on numbers, series of ones and zeros. Morse code is numbers.
The taps like equal a letter.
So it's a very weird thing where we acknowledge how the universe works, and we can get to space and explore our universe based off of math equations, which is numbers. It's all numbers. We tell time, we break our day down into numbers. We identify ourselves by numbers. We count and show our intelligence by using numbers. But then when somebody comes along smoking weed or smelling like patchouli or whatever the fuck, actually I don't like patchouli, but no, sandalwood, fucking who knows, smelling like dirt and marijuana, and they say, oh my gosh, I keep seeing the same time, and they say that's the universe speaking back to you.
Right.
Absolute bullshit, hippie, garbage, blasphemy. You monster. Go smoke your weed. The universe doesn't speak. Are you high? Maybe. That doesn't mean anything different.
So I never really thought about numbers as being the universe speaking to me or anything like that. I haven't been 100% open-minded to different things that I am now kind of open to learning about. And so I'm really enjoying the things that you know, because you know a lot, and you're super smart, and you have a lot of knowledge. So it's good for me to be able to like think outside of the box that I've been in.
It's something that people disregard, and I feel like I do get to argue it because like I have my degree and I can argue. No, I dedicated time to learning this shit. Fuck off.
Right. So she also will take payment for doing your homework.
I have. I have helped many people get their college degrees. Technically, I have multiple.
So, but what I was going to say is that the angel numbers are a huge thing, like right now. I always look at the clock at 11:11. Always. Like, it's just
so
like
11:11 is the one where most people will acknowledge it, and most people say 11:11, make a wish.
Yeah.
The thing about 11:11.
So my ears are ringing right now, and it's really weird. I used to always say, "Oh, somebody's thinking of me," or something like that.
You acknowledge it.
Yes.
Everybody will acknowledge, okay, 11:11, make a wish. This is the thing. With angel numbers, it's not specifically times, but it's groupings of numbers.
Right.
And so each number grouping that you acknowledge means something specific to you. So 11:11, it's focus on what you want. Over time, it's been turned into make a wish. Think about what you desire.
Yeah.
Because when you make a wish, you're wishing for something to come to you.
Yeah.
So at 11:11.
So you're manifesting it to happen.
Stop focusing on what you don't want. Focus on what you want. If you look at the clock and it's acknowledging 11:11, it's reminding you, reset your mind, focus on what you want your day and your life to be.
Yeah.
Focus on that right now. So if you keep seeing repeating ones, it's telling you you need to reset your mind, focus on what you want because it will come to you. If you think about something, it will come to you because you will subconsciously, unconsciously take steps and actions towards that goal. If you always are stressing and thinking about bad things, you are subconsciously going to take actions that subject you to those fears.
Well, right. It's the same as if you are constantly telling yourself, like, I can't do this. I don't feel like it. I can't. You're not going to be able to do it because you've constantly put into your mind, I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't do this.
Yes.
I've learned, like, to constantly be like, okay, I can do this. Yes, we can do this. Yeah. So that's nice.
It is nice. Okay, so 11:11 is a reminder to think about nice things, and that's why people acknowledge it with Make-A-Wish. You're supposed to think nice things that you want for your own life. I have a lot of numbers that repeat, and I also had music. There was a time in my life where I was trying to ignore many, many signs. And I do believe in signs because you don't exist as your only physical self existing in this plane. Right. All of these things exist around us, along with us, next to us, and we're all existing to each other, and we can communicate to each other. So why would something else not be able to communicate with us?
Right.
The moon affects the tide.
Yeah.
I mean, the sun gives you light. How are you going to say, like, the stars in space don't affect me? Really? Have you ever seen daytime? Have you?
I think I have.
So
a few times.
The stars do affect your life then. Suck it, Gil.
So from the standpoint of how I was raised, it was God created the heavens and the earth, and that. Okay, so you're right.
Bullfrogs and butterflies.
And so even that maybe don't believe that or do believe that, there's still the sky, there's still the moon, there's still the stars, and they all do things, and they all put off energy for different things. Humans put off our own energy as well.
It's crazy to me for people to acknowledge that you can put off something and give an aura, but that something can't try to send that message back.
Right.
And that's the part where I'm like, no, numbers are the way that we communicate with the universe and the world, and technology and computers. We communicate with things that don't even exist. We communicate with electricity through numbers.
Yes.
And now we have a fucking phone and cameras and shit.
Well, the numbers is the exact reason why with the whole gasoline situation that they were able to put, a hold on that. It's the numbers. They messed with the numbers. I don't know the whole thing, but it was numbers.
And it's numbers rule the universe. Numbers rule the world. Money is a number.
Yeah.
It's all numbers. People could acknowledge these things a little bit more and gain more insight into their own mental journey.
Right.
So some of the numbers that I want to talk about, because I see a lot too. I see 2s repeating. I see 4s repeating.
I get a lot of repeating 5s. Probably the last 6 months, it's like always numbers. It's always like, okay, there's a reason for this. And so before I would just be like, numbers. But I really want to know, like, deep down, like, what the energy and what everything is, trying to tell me.
Like, what is it saying back?
Yeah.
Like, as soon as somebody puts it in the hippie perspective of the energy.
Oh, I'll get shit
world,
for this, I'm sure.
It turns into, it can't be that because that's hippie weed mumbo jumbo.
Right.
And it's not, because if numbers can run a computer, then why can't numbers tell you what you're supposed to focus on? Like, how is it supposed to run the internet?
Right.
You'll believe that it can control, a number can control the internet.
Yeah.
But a number can't send you a hello.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Well, and that's why I've been opening my mind to those things. And so that's why I like that some of these things, and that, because I'm sure there's people watching right now that, like, really have no idea, or just have never opened their mind enough to be like, okay, I'm going to try to really understand what it is that you're explaining.
Okay, one of the things I mentioned was songs. So I had the stick figure song, Choice Is Yours.
Yeah.
There was like this section of my life, like I had this whole change, and I just kind of was like, oh, feeling good with Betty, I'll just like that. Fuck everything else.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah. Me too.
The song kept playing, Choice Is Yours. I have never had that song, searched for it, looked for it, chosen to listen to it. I didn't play any other songs from that album. And every time I would start my automatic playlist, it would start with that song. And it's a great song.
Yeah.
It was to the point I was desperate. I was fucking sick of hearing it. I was like, why is it turning on? Okay, fine. I'll do it.
I love that song, by the way.
And I knew what the choice was.
Yeah.
Choice is yours. Choice is yours. The choice is yours. Every single day. The choice is yours. And okay. And I was ignoring a lot of really important things in my life.
Yeah.
And so it's like your dreams will manifest things for you that you need to focus on, or that you are focused on that you don't want to admit. The music was repeating to me. Music is also broken down into numbers.
Right.
Beats.
I was going to say that first, but you said it first. I knew that.
So
it was one thing that I knew.
Like the rhythm, the beats, and like it's all broken down.
And then you put
into
it
numbers.
together, and
it's numbers. You break it down into numbers. You break it down into instruments.
Yeah.
And you can hear this breakdown, this mathematical breakdown through an instrument. Then through a song, this message was coming through. Finally, I'm like, okay, I'll acknowledge it. So I do it. The song goes away. It doesn't come on anymore. Blew my mind.
Because you made the choice?
Yes, and it does. Like I said, I never added it to playlists, and I actually went back and I liked it. So now I'm like, okay.
Yeah, now you allow it. Now it's back.
Because it's a good song, and I do like that album. It's a very good album.
Yeah.
I had to consciously fuck, okay, I'm listening, I'll do it. Because you get to that point where you're like, I just need something to change. So then do it then.
Yeah.
And so it was the world reminding me. Now I see these repeating numbers. And I've always seen the number 1018. I've always seen that number. That's my sister's birthday. That's Kyle, my dog Kyle. That's his birthday.
Aww.
That's my ex-David. It's his nephew's birthday. It's like I can name reasons why it's an important, but I couldn't explain why I saw the number. And so then it got to the point where I felt harassed by it, and I'm like, what the fuck? What? So I just started every day when I would see that, or I would send my sister a message.
Yeah.
Because it's her birthday, and I'd be like, I see this here. And I would like send it to her because I'm like, I don't know what to do with this message.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what am I supposed to be doing?
And so in my mind, I'm like, well, it's Lauren probably. And so I send it to her. I still see that number twice a day, every day. Yeah. I don't know what to do with it. I see it on receipts. I see it on the internet. I see it on TV. I see it in the news.
Yeah.
I still don't know what to do with that message.
Now people will actually start noticing it if you haven't noticed it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to pay attention to what is right in front of your face in order to realize what you are supposed to be doing.
It's somebody points it out and then you're more aware of it. Yeah. So pennies from heaven. Pennies from heaven. There's a song about it even. Pennies from heaven. When you see a penny somewhere where that it shouldn't be. Yeah. It's somebody saying hello. Yeah. If a book falls, people automatically go, oh, it's a ghost. It's somebody saying hello. What was the book? Actually there was a weird moment. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we're broken here. Sorry. Especially sitting on the floor.
My knee. Okay, so there was one of these moments on the Morning Ride Show, which I feel kind of, I don't know, it was a really personal moment. Jake Bushnell was kind of breaking really sad news about Josh Nudie, who passed away. And as he started to talk about it, his radio turned on. And he's all, what the fuck? Yeah. And he turns the music off. And I'm like, wait, what song was it? Yeah. What was that? Somebody interrupted you right now. Yeah. Somebody interrupted you. Yeah. And it was at a part where he was just like, man, shit. Like, and he was heartbroken and like, it was a really hard episode to like be there and watch, but we were all like
there in the moment with him.
Yeah, and we all like knew who he was and his podcast Overcoming You. Yeah. And Feeling Good with Eddie. Bunker people know that. And so the song popped on. And I didn't go back and like try and like zone into it because that whole thing is like it makes me sad and I don't like want to dive into it. But the timing of it and what it was like interrupted it exactly when he was saying it. And I even mentioned in the comments, I was like, what song was that? And a couple people jumped on and they were like, dude, I was wondering too. Because there is communication and people have to acknowledge it. And numbers are, if we can communicate with each other, with technology and electricity and outer space through numbers, to acknowledge what a number is trying to tell you. Like, you don't control numbers. Numbers control you. So listen to them. Another number that I see all the time is 808. That one I've looked up enough times. I've looked up 1018 too, but that one, the message, I think I know it and I'm ignoring it. But 808 is financial stability. It's the angel number 808 is to focus on your finances, which is actually something we've already discussed. Like I've been working on ways to come up with how to help us out as a business so we can include more people because we have a really good time and we would have a good time with you guys and we know more people would have a good time doing this stuff. We have things to do. 808 is one of those numbers reminding me your life has changed drastically. Get your shit together, girl.
Yeah, because unfortunately, Jessie and I can't just keep playing dress up. You know, like we have to do something with this, and
but it is.
But we can keep doing it. We just have to redirect ourselves.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, right now it's a hobby, but we want to make it more than a hobby. So we're just kind of going all routes, you know. And this one that we have is good. It gives the opportunity to people on the outside to enjoy what we're doing. Because a lot of people just don't know how.
That ties into what Melissa was saying earlier about being able to let loose without having to go drinking and letting loose, and then you feel awkward and embarrassed because you don't have that liquid courage, which neither one of us have anymore, so you just have to go balls deep and fucking fake it and just have a good time.
Yeah.
We don't fake it. We're really having a good time.
So, okay, when you're drinking, or if you do drink and you're partying, you're having a good time, you take lots of pictures, you take selfies, you put on weird hats,
dress up
you
all
dress
stupid
up,
and
you
loud.
laugh and you dance and you
karaoke.
you know, just do all kinds of stupid shit. So we're just doing all that stupid shit. So
without
the
alcohol.
The alcohol. And it's so much fun. Every time that I'm on my way here or anything like that, I'm always seeing like those angel numbers too. Like I'm always knowing that this is the right thing to do. I'm always making the right choice. Like everything that we've worked so hard on right now is all falling into place. Every decision or every idea that we have that we say, okay, yeah, we're gonna do it. We do it, and then
and it's cool.
and then we're happy that we did. So this new one that we came up with, it's, you know, eventually or soon, maybe we can have a better floor plan of everything that we are really going to be offering, and we're just super, super stoked.
Which was part of like the beach party and going to Red Rocks. Like, we already know all these people, and there's all the communities. There's the Wicked and Wiley, and there's Reduce's Marketplace, and there's Something Dirty. I say it wrong every time.
Something dirty.
I said it like a regular word.
It is something.
I just talk like that. Fuck you guys. But those are cool.
No?
We're excited to like go and meet everybody and join the family, but we also want to make it so if you want to be a mermaid and you were too chicken to be a mermaid, let's go be fucking mermaids. We'll do it with you. It'll be awesome. Because I'll be a fucking mermaid. I don't even care.
And we have the mermaids.
Yeah. We won't get you arrested. Probably.
Maybe. We're just getting to know each other.
I said I was the internet bad influencer. She's the parody artist. I'm claiming the bad influencer. It's me.
And it's internet. Because Jessie's like so good and nice when you just with her by yourself. She doesn't make you do anything you don't want to do.
Probably. No guarantees. No guarantees at all. I could go on and on about it, but I feel like I don't need to.
Yeah.
But the only numbers that we care about right now are you guys watching our shit, so watch it a lot of times.
And start sharing it. Click on that share button and share it with all your friends.
Yeah.
Unless you're embarrassed of us, but you shouldn't be.
If you are, share it anyways.
Yeah.
Like, look at these clowns. Our studio is still definitely under construction. We mostly get thrown in the river.
It's the summer.
So we took a break because we all need fun times and regular fun times. Which we did also. We took fun times at Denim, and now I regret it. Denim is the one who got away.
Yes.
We miss you, Denim.
Yeah, so if Denim is watching, we'll try.
I literally skipped right past him, and I was too embarrassed to say anything. I was like, bye.
Yeah.
But now we have 10 episodes, so we're a big deal. So we're going to be a big deal, and we're going to invite you guys to come be a big deal with us and go.
And what does the number 11 have to do with anything? Those are double numbers, 2 1s.
It does. See, 1-1. Manifest what you want. Yeah. We just did.
We do.
And we told you that's what we're doing, so we're going to do it because we are not full of shit.
And we follow through. I was telling Jessie also earlier is that I am now learning to follow through with things that I say I'm going to do. It's been really a difficult thing in my life. I'll say like I'm going to go do something or make
Melissa
a plan.
has a lot of ideas.
Yeah, a lot.
But that's the thing about the follow through, because if you have a lot of ideas and you say them all out loud.
Yeah. And that's the problem. So I've really been trying not to say all of my ideas out loud so that I'm not feeling like I have to follow through with it.
So it's picking and choosing what's important in your path.
You can't always take on everything. You have to pick and choose the things that are going to be enlightening for you and your life.
Tell us what numbers you guys see.
A constant number you're seeing all the time. You can like look it up on Google, and Google tells you everything.
There's also books on it too.
I'm sure there's apps on it and like everything.
Oh, I don't do apps.
Yes, she does. She has apps. Lots of apps. I bet she has like 500 apps on her phone.
Instagram is an app. I have that one. Where people bother me about my armpits. You fucking weirdos. Sorry, my armpits are so cool, but you guys said too much gross shit, and so now I'm mad.
We did take a picture of Jessie's armpit earlier, and it was pretty. if armpits are a thing,
I got pretty pissed.
She has a pretty armpit.
It pisses me off. It makes me so mad. There are only two things where if I look at my phone and I'm like, ugh, instantly pissed. It's I got fucking a message for Todd. Quit using my phone number, you guy. Fucking Todd. And then the armpit fart people, because it's like, I know they're funny and cool.
Yeah.
I know they are. You don't have to message me and tell me. I know they're amazing because they're hilarious.
Oh, also, if
gross.
you write onto our Nameless Instagram, that's messages go to both of us.
Yeah.
So, just so you know.
Keep in mind.
Anyways.
Thank you, Anthony.
As an adult, I realize more now often, like, oh no, you guys don't share that as well.
No. I think the more she talks to me, the more she realizes that
Oh, we did things different.
very different. It's okay. We all did things different. And that's the other thing we're learning is everybody lives so differently. Like,
We
you
grew
know,
up very close to each other.
yeah, and we have completely different childhoods. So far, everything that we've done, like, we've been able to, like, have a good time doing it.
And that's why we feel comfortable enough saying we're willing to invite people into this because we know that the vibe is good and we have a really fun spot to be in.
Yeah.
And
we feel like other people could benefit from, you know, our plan.
yeah. We're in this room and it was like this whole room just gave me that weird, creepy, like, kidnapping bunny vibe.
I mean, if you haven't noticed yet, our studio is not just a one-room studio. We have a lot of options.
Yeah, when you take a train to get somewhere, you gotta make sure it's
you
worth
have
it.
to make sure you have a lot of options. And this room definitely has that vibe.
And
But then
it
again,
just
back in the
was-
70s, everything was like super weird and creepy and
there was like
all the
cigarette
toys were
smoke
weird.
everywhere.
Everybody smoked in their houses. Look at like old McDonald's versus the McDonald's now. Like just those different things that have been around for years.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you look at all of the times that they changed. And like if you look at the 70s like versus now, everything's so different except for this room. Like if I could literally go back to any years to like be an adult and be like, it would be the 70s for sure for me because I love the 70s. Like the 70s are super cool.
Historically, only pick out the good parts.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
We're rejecting the bad parts.
Yeah,
of history.
no, I mean, we're
And
going
so-
into Melissa's perfect world
Yes.
of where she would want to go and what part of it she would
Yes.
want to be in.
60s and 70s, I agree.
Yeah.
There's actually a Dirty Heads quote. It's a Daddy B lyric. Being born in the 80s, but my heart lives in the 60s. Running naked through a field full of daisies with some gypsies or some shit
Yeah.
like that. But it's like that same vibe where it was like, ooh. Hey, well, I don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes are great.
Yeah, that's not even a cigarette.
It's not, it's glass.
completely
Or
fake.
it's metal. I got so many messages about this. It's not
Yeah,
real.
we're not really smoking cigarettes.
So I
That's
just-
super cool.
I just like to have it because it makes me feel cool. And I want to be cool. Oh. And let's be part of
And
the
if
nice
you guys
people
want to
club.
be cool like us, just wait for our
Amy.
big news. What about Amy?
I want to be in our nice people club.
I know. We were wondering if we could be in your nice people club.
I wasn't wondering. I was demanding.
Well, I was wondering. I'm trying to be nice. She's mean. We'll go good cop, bad cop here.
Oh yeah, but I'll still bring donuts. Is that? Can I do that balance? I feel like it's fine.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you for joining us in our new studio as we talked about armpits and red rocks,
And dirty heads and numbers
backpacks,
and friends.
and numbers. I could talk about numbers for so long, but
So if you want a one-on-one with Jessie talking about numbers, we can also put that into a package.
I'll rant. I can fucking rant. That's why I like Dick Bush now because he can rant, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yes.
speaking of ranting, so Jessie and I, we have to go into the feeling good with Duddy real quick, okay? Because number one, we didn't really talk too much about feeling good with Duddy today.
Exactly.
Duddy's been, out on tour and chasing peacocks, I think, and not fishing, and
because the pulverizer broke all his poles,
yes,
and you can't fish koi.
yeah, you can't. We made a rule a long time ago that when we are here recording, that we will not answer our phones, number one, airplane mode, the phones go on. Number 2, that we would never listen to another Feeling Good with Duddy Monday morning hangover before we record our show. And so today, as we got here, we got the notification that they dropped another episode. They haven't dropped an episode in 3 weeks, pretty much, right? But I'm very proud of us because the whole day, we went all day without actually listening to it. So
waiting.
We're waiting to listen to it. We're probably going to listen to it while we're cleaning up in case we want to come back and we want to talk some shit. We'll just keep this right here just in case.
Yeah, you guys probably deserve it.
Or not.
Also, you're cool. We love you. We're sending you your shit.
Yes, and we have the banner for the guys, and we're going to send it so that they can get it hung up and stuff if that's what they're going to do with it. Because I think it's super awesome, and it came from everybody in the group.
Yeah.
Everybody
and we're
going to
go see, like,
I almost want to take it with us and just have everybody there sign the back of it.
Fuck them, I already signed their names. And I spent a lot of time writing all your bitches' names.
Yeah.
So,
but, yeah.
Duddy and
so
Jake
this week,
like it.
Yeah, so this week, I think that we should definitely get that out in the mail. This week, I'll definitely get a tube to put it in.
That's nice.
And then at least we
and
can
mail it.
Go from, well, I'm going to just go with the tube. I'm going to do little baby steps here because sometimes you can't.
She said no.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to start off with the baby steps. I'm going to have to get a tube to put it in.
Okay, fine.
I think with that being said, did we have anything else we wanted to talk about or burp about?
Sorry.
I think episode 11 is basically the episode that we want you to know that we have so many more plans, that we can offer this happiness and fun to other people so that they can feel the joy that we feel. You know, getting that giddy kid feeling back again, because sometimes I think that's, as adults, we're missing it. We're always constantly out there working really hard to make everything adult perfect. With this, at least it gives us like that little moment of letting loose, letting go, but then still being able to drive home afterwards. I always say that on every episode, but it's like therapy to me. You know, it gives me, I come and I do this, and then like I feel very revived and just like, you know, ready for the next day. Like I like that we do this once a week because it, you know.
See, what's fun for me is like, I was already doing this weird ass bullshit. I was doing this. I was setting up weird stuff in my house, taking crazy pictures and being like, I wanted to paint a picture. I didn't want to Google that weird shit.
Yeah, so yeah.
Because Google is like, oh,
yeah, and
I'll show
Google's
you.
Crazy.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I just wanted one so that I could paint that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find them, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do it myself. And now it's turned into a little bit more because I was already doing it in my house. We already had all the stuff. Like she said, like, we basically moved all of our shit out. I feel like I'm moving out every week and I'm like, let's go, we're gonna party.
We're not moving out, we promise.
So for me, it's less about feeling good, letting loose without the justification.
Yeah.
I was already doing it. I'm happy to have someone to do it with, so I don't feel crazy. And that's what I want to offer to people is if you're too embarrassed to go do that, tell us and we'll go do it with you. Because I'm down. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I am not embarrassed. And if I am, I'm going to do it anyway.
Me too. And also, like with me, I like to do things that embarrass me because it makes me feel so much better after I do it. I'm just like, I did it and I don't even care. Like, oh, you don't want to do that? Guess what? You're doing it. Because, guess we're going to have to, because that's the only way to push yourself. You have to push yourself to do things that you are afraid to do.
We have things coming. There will be stickers coming soon. If you want some memes in the meantime, hit me up, because that'll be cool and funny and hilarious. If you want to see some of them, go on Moody's Marketplace and look at Brian.
Brian's are awesome. That she made.
Don't forget your timestamps and corner picks.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Just saying.
Right? Yes.
Now you know. Don't say I didn't warn you. I warned you, and I was very serious and pointed this big sticker at you.
Very serious.
So. On that note,
With that being said,
now we're done.
yeah, peace.
Peace out. You can see my armpit.